What's good guys, Alex here, and I'm sorry for the lack of uploads lately. I've been having trouble with my PC and I still am, so I'm trying to work this on my phone, editing, recording, etc. So I hope it works out. Now the TCG been stale for a while, right? Like yeah, Duelist Nexus did add some cool things to the meta, but generally speaking we do need a ban list to shake things up completely. So for now let me look at something we don't have yet in the TCG, something new and fresh for you. And we are looking at Tearlaments Horus. Now if you don't know, the Horus cards are a series of 4 level 8 monsters that are named after the 4 sons of Horus, which is very cool. And those monsters all have a shared effect where they can special summon themselves from the graveyard if you control this card, Pharaonic Sarcophagus, and then each and every one of them have their own unique effects that we generally speaking don't care about much except for one we're going to talk about in a bit. Now let's talk about Pharaonic Sarcophagus for a second here before we talk about everything else. It has an effect to protect your horse monster. Again, it's pretty irrelevant because we just use them for materials, for links and Xyz, so it doesn't matter. What matters is this card up to 4 times per turn, which is I believe the only card in Yu-Gi-Oh! That has that text on it. You can discard a card and send one of your Horus monsters from deck to the graveyard, so you can easily see how we can fill up the graveyard with them and then special summon them back. Now the Horus monster that we really care about its effect is this one, Glory of Horus, and this card can send itself to the graveyard with another card from your hand as a cost to add Pharaonic Sarcophagus from your deck to your hand and then draws you one card. So it goes 2 for 2, but it also puts itself in the graveyard so you can special summon it back, so it's ultimately a +1 if it resolves. And as you can see, I'm playing 3 of it because it's the best one to starter, and I'm playing 1 and 1 of 2 of the other 3 monsters. We don't really need all 3. I'm just trying to play like a minimal helping package. I don't want to go overboard with it. I still want some, space for tech cards and whatnot. So I'm just playing 2 of the 3 left. Now what does this engine provide for Tearlaments? Well, other than discard fodder for cards like the Ishizu or Trivikarma, it also acts as the rank 8 pool. Now if you don't know, in the OCG, Tearlaments are still pretty meta relevant even after all the hits, and it's mainly because Chaos Ruler, being able to mill 5 cards from the top of your deck, is very crucial. Now we don't have that in the TCG because it's banned, but we have something similar, which is the Zombie Vampire. It's a rank 8 monster that can mill the top 5 cards from both players' deck, and then you can special summon one monster amongst those milled cards to your side of the field. Now the special summoning is a cherry on top. We mainly care about the mill 5, but that special summon could also be very crucial for you, summoning something like Cashier Tearlaments or Merely or Rhinoheart and pop up from there even more, or even steal something from your opponents. I mean, there are few times where I stole Cashier Fenrir from my opponent and then not only kept Fenrir on my side of the field as a disruption, but also used this effect to search my own Cashier Tearlaments. That was pretty damn dope. So yeah, the Zombie Vampire just adds a lot of power to this deck, but also you can then use the bodies to go for something like SP Little Knight, which is a new link in the same set, Age of Overlords. This link gonna change a lot in the metagame. Honestly, everyone gonna play it, unless you cannot access your extra deck like Fluanderies or something like that. Other than that, everyone gonna play it. It takes 2 effect monsters, and it's basically a disruption. It's kind of like DP in a way, where you can banish 2 monsters on the field, including at least one of yours. So you can banish this card hypothetically and then banish a monster your opponent control and then return them to the field during the end phase. Doesn't really matter, you just take care of it later on with your monster. But the fact that this is just a 2 effect monsters and that's it, and you gain a disruption, and also if this card is link summoned using a fusion, synchro, Xyz, and or link master, you can target a card on the field or in the graveyard and banish it. So it's just broken all around, honestly. Age of Overlords is one hell of a set, let me tell you that. The other thing I'm trying here is Shadow Schism. You can go for this card by going for Grangoyle, the Dusk Dragon, using something like King of the Swamp with one of your Tearlaments, summon it, and then dump Shadow Apkalon from your extra deck to the graveyard, search Schism with Apkalon, and there you go, you have access to Winda that way. Again, it's a testing thing. I'm testing it. I'm having some fun with it. It's not like very mandatory. You can definitely cut Schism. You can even definitely cut something like a Heartbeat and play 2 more going second cards in the main deck. Because as you can see, the biggest weak point to this deck that we are only playing like 3 triple tactics talent as our going second cards, and that's it. So yeah, maybe you want to cut some of those cards, play like, I don't know, maybe Super Poly in the main deck if the format called for it. We don't know yet, when Age of Overlords will come out, how the meta will be, but those cards are definitely up for being cut. The Tearlaments package is honestly generally standard. I feel like you have to max out on all the good ones that you can. Maxing out on Scream is important because when you don't open the Horus package, you still need something that just push you a bit over the edge with the extra mills, and this card does it. You have to max out on Ice Kashtira as well because it's kind of the same thing where you need everything that mills your cards. And yeah, that's it. There's not much to talk about really. Like, I just wanted to show Horus in this deck, the fact that you can access rank 8s and whatnot. And I don't know if like this minimal approach is good, or maybe we need to go on like more. Maybe we play triple sarcophagus because we just want to access that rank 8 as much as possible. I don't know, it's definitely an idea that's worth testing, so if you're a Tearlaments enthusiast, you definitely need to try this out. If you have anything to add, any tips, tricks, I'm definitely not like the best Tearlaments player out there. I'm just trying to have fun because I really like the horse cards. Like building this deck coming mainly from liking the horse cards. And yeah, if you have anything, leave it in the comments and have a good day. Peace.